I'm going to share my tips and tricks using the Vevor mini pottery wheel. First, it is extremely messy, so I put it in a box and that contained most of the mess. I did get clay on me, but it's a 3-sided box and I cut 1/4 of the sides down. And for this video, I'm using a kiln fired clay that I bought local to Oklahoma City, but this is comparable to an Amaco clay, and this is the most success I had. The air hardening clays I had a hard time with. I haven't found the sweet spot for that yet. The downside of this pottery wheel is the torque just makes it impossible to use your hands the way you would on a traditional wheel. You can see every time I apply pressure, it stops. So if you use the sponge and you use the tools, you're gonna have a better experience because the pressure of your hands just combats the small motor. But you can see here, using the tools that came with the set, you get a better experience, and the sponge is my best friend with this as well. Centering it, you're not gonna do that like you do on a normal pottery wheel. So if you have pottery wheel experience, this will frustrate you. But if you think smaller, like fingers instead of arms, then you kind of feel like it's just a different experience. So it's like buying a ukulele and then expecting to be able to play the banjo. It's just two different things with some similarities and overlap. I love this tool for opening up the clay. It's satisfying every time. I feel like this is such a great way to work with the opening. And at this point, I'm able to use my fingers a little bit because my clay is very sturdy, and I have decided don't go at full speed. If you use half speed, your clay kind of stays on there, and you can see I don't even have to hold it down anymore. The first time I used this, when I turned it up, the pottery wheel jumped all over the table. So don't go at full speed, even if that's what you would traditionally do. And trying to pull the walls of the clay, I'm using my finger and a sponge and 2 tools, but most of my success has been with like really squatty shapes. So my next strategy is to figure out how the heck to make this a little bit taller. And you can see I'm using my fingers here with great success. It's somewhat centered, even though I didn't use the traditional compression and centering technique, using this tool to carve out the bottom, and I feel pretty good. The most success I've had is with this kiln fired clay. The air dry clay, I just haven't found the right combination yet. So I feel pretty good. Not a total fail like the first couple times I tried, and I got it pretty much centered, and it really is kind of like a cute little something. Maybe I'll glaze it and put some rings in here. And I'm still on the mission to find the air dry clay that works really well with this Vevor mini pottery wheel.